Race away then for the 40th Whitbread Gold Cup. They've got 24 fences in front of them, and as they come down towards the first, oh, so many in vying for the early lead. Topsham Bay, Life of the Lord, they're at the first now. They're all safely over, and Jim Cullerty's got more Chelly anchored at the back as Topsham Bay, the old boy, leads. Sir Peter Lely and Egypt Mill Prince make a line of three, and then Barton Bank and Life of the Lord and Superior finish as they lead the first open ditch, where Scott and Banks made a desperate mistake and a brilliant recovery by Lorcan Wire, helped back in the saddle by Rodney Farrand on Lusty Light. They come up past us, and Topsham Bay and Sir Peter Lely set the pace. Barton Bank is third, Namtrek Express and Life of the Lord, and then Egypt Mill Prince and General Rusty going the shortest way. Feather Gale and James Big and Young Hustler out wide. Also wide is Scott and Banks, then Lusty Light and Morcelli Amkel at the back, and Jadami towards the rear. And last at this very early stage is Proud Sun as they make the right-handed turn down towards fence number 3, at which it's Topsham Bay and Sir Peter Lely who share the work and race down the hill. What a grand sight as they stream away down towards the third, and it's Sir Peter Lely and Topsham Bay and Egypt Mill Prince and Barton Bank and Life of the Lord and Scott and Banks and General Rusty, and then Amtrak Express and Cogent and Feather Gale and Superior Finish and Jadami and Young Hustler, and then Proud Sun and Morcelli out the back, and still last is a Lusty Light. They've taken 3 and all jumping impeccably as they swing right-handed. Now this bank of 7 fences in front of them, the back straight at Sandown Park. Sir Peter Lely has taken a 3-length lead now as they take the first of it from Egypt Mill Prince and Topsham Bay and Barton Bank and Life of the Lord and Amtrak Express and Cogent and General Rusty and Feather Gale, and then behind these comes Scott and Banks and Morcelli and Young Hustler, and behind Young Hustler Superior Finish and Proud Sun and James Big and Lusty Light as they take the second of the digits they have to jump, at which there was no change up front. It's still Sir Peter Lely and Barton Bank and Topsham Bay. They're the leading 3 as they come to the water jump, and Sir Peter Lely, the field closing on him as they take the water. Topsham Bay is in second place, and then showing third is Barton Bank as they head down towards the first of the railway fences, and it's Sir Peter Lely and Topsham Bay and Barton Bank and Egypt Mill Prince and Life of the Lord and Cogent. General Rusty jumped it well, Amtrak Express out wide, Jadami now midfield, and Morcelli follows as they come towards fence number 9. No change up front, and the back marker now Superior Finish. James Pig also near at last and first. This is the 10th. Over it was Barton Bank in the green jacket who led. On the outside of the yellow colours, Sir Peter Lely. Into third place now, the maroon colours, Cogent showing third. The grey General Rusty, one of the 2 greys in the race, is third. Topsham Bay the inside. Then running wide is Amtrak Express. Jadami midfield. Morcelli is well down the pack, and they've all but completed a circuit of the course, and they head to fence number 11, the pond fence, with Sir Peter Lely in the lead. Feather Gale is in the blue and white stars midfield. General Rusty the grey, those prominent check colours. Come down towards fence number 11 then, and they're very closely grouped indeed, and it's just Sir Peter Lely who probably just has the edge. Cogent has come up to join the fun on the outside. James Pig brushed to the top of it, and they've completed a circuit. Come down towards fence number 12, and Scott and Banks just getting a reminder at the back of the pack. Come down towards the 12th then, and it was Sir Peter Lely who regains the lead. The next one they have to jump is an open ditch. Sir Peter Lely on the inside, Topsham Bay, Barton Bank, Cogent out wide, and General Rusty and Amtrak Express and Life of the Lord and Feather Gale and Egypt Mill Prince and Jadami, and then Lusty Light, Morcelli midfield, Young Hustler on the outside of the pack. Scott and Banks near at last and first. Superior Finish, James Pig and Proud Sun on the inside, and John Oaksey, John Frankham. This is building up to be a cracker.
Some fascinating tactical changes. Young Hustlers being ridden differently. Morcelli has been dropped right out and settled, and they're both going extremely well. Barton Bank has not, so far as I've seen, made a single mistake so far.
No, you wouldn't want to have a bet even at this stage of the race. I think probably Amtrak Express and Young Hustler would have to pick out if I had to pick 2. Morcelli, Jim Culotty's got him really well settled at the back, giving him a superb ride, but all to play for.
As they race downhill towards fence number 14 of the 24 they jump in the 40th running of the Whitbread Gold Cup, and the grey on the inside, that's General Rusty. He has come up to share it and lead at the 14th. At the rear of the field, Proud Sun a slight mistake. Superior finishes last. They swing right-handed and down the back straight for the second time, and some jockeys calling for room there, and it's Life of a Lord and General Rusty and Amtrak Express and Sir Peter Lely, and then Feather Gale and Barton Bank and Cogent and Jadami getting closer on the inside, and a bold jump by him. Then comes Morcelli with Lusty Light trying to get competitive. Topsham Bay and Scott and Banks and Young Hustler towards the back, with Egypt Milk Prince and Proud Son and James Pig and Superior finish the trailers. The red colours though, Life of a Lord on the outside of General Rusty, and here striding forward on the wide outside in the hoops, that's Amtrak Express under Mick Fitzgerald. Go down towards the water jump, fence number 18, and as they go to it, it's going to be Amtrak Express on the outside, and Amtrak Express led there from Life of a Lord. Then we have General Rusty, Feather Gale in third. Jadami has come through into 5, and then Morcelli. What great ground he's made to go 6. Barton Bank in 7, and then comes Lusty Light at the 6th from home in the 40th running of the Whitbread, and it's the spotted colours, Life of a Lord, the striped sleeves, Amtrak Express, the star jacket on the outside, Feather Gale, 1, 2 and 3. The top weight Jadami is getting closer in 4 now. The grey General Rusty races 5 as they go to take the last on the far side, and Life of a Lord goes into the lead. It's Life of a Lord in the lead to Amtrak Express in second. Look at Jadami on the inside, Feather Gale. Barton Bank in green is getting closer. Don't rule out Morcelli, he's coming with a run too. Proud Son putting his best foot forward. And so they head for home, and they've got 3 more fences to jump, and Life of a Lord in the lead, the red colours. Striped sleeves, Amtrak Express. On the outside, Feather Gale. Mark Dwyer looking for room on Jadami. The black and white hoop sleeves, General Rusty behind him. Here goes Proud Son, the horse with a big white face on the outside. This is the pond fence, 3 from home, and it's Life of a Lord and Amtrak Express, and Jadami back in third, and then the star jacket Feather Gale, the white colours Proud Son, then General Rusty and Morcelli and Barton Bank, and so they come down towards the second last, and Life of a Lord for Charlie Swan is left it like a lord. Amtrak Express in second, Jadami is third, and then Proud Son running a race of his life in 4. They've got 1 more fence to jump in the Whitbread, and it's Life of a Lord cleared by 4 lengths as he comes to take the last, and it's Life of a Lord, Amtrak Express. Here comes Proud Son, the white colours. He's really finishing well. It's Life of a Lord in the lead. Here comes Proud Son after him. They've got 100 yards to go, and Life of a Lord is going to win the Whitbread at the post. Life of a Lord wins it. Proud Son second, Amtrak Express third, Jadami in 4 and Feather Gale 5, and then came General Rusty and Barton Bank and James Pig and Young Hustler. Then Morcelli and Cogent and Superior finishing Sir Peter Lely, and then Egypt Milk Prince, and then Lusty Light. And so the result of this, the 40th winning of the Whitbread Gold Cup at 12-1. Horse number 2, Life of a Lord, has won it in the colours of Mr. M.J. Clancy, trained by Aidan O'Brien and ridden by Charlie Swan, who's had some heartbreaks in this race in the past. So too the Irish, but no doubt about it that Life of a Lord has landed this on the fast ground he loves, and what a leap at the last. Second horse home is Proud Son. Dean Gallagher rode that horse splendidly. The big chestnut with a white face goes out of the picture momentarily. Third horse home is number 9, Amtrak Express, who's won a personal best. 4th, the top weight, Jadami. But hail the winner of the 40th running of the Whitbread Gold Cup. That is the 10-year-old Life of the Lord, and doesn't Charlie Swan enjoy it?
Well, Charlie had won this race before and had it taken away from him, so this Irish success particularly sweet for him. Life of the Lord has jumped the last 4 or 5 fences absolutely superbly. Amtrak Express, who many did not expect to stay, as trainer Nicky Henderson did, is going really well there as they turn for home. Behind him, Feathered Gale and Jadami. Jadami at this stage, as so often in the past, going like a winner. Mark Dwyer still hasn't really asked him. Sadly, when he does, the weight begins to tell and he can't quite produce it. In fact, nobody produces enough to change the lead, because Life of the Lord, once having taken it, Barton Bank on the outside, and outside him, Proud Son with the white face, 16 pounds out of the handicap, but what a race he runs. Well,
we say the weight beginning to tell on Jadami, but this winner, Life of the Lord, 11 stone 10, he was only getting 4 pounds from Jadami, and well, he was always in the first 5 or 6, did it the hard way from halfway down the far side, and Charlie Swan really put his neck on the block, committed this horse, kept him jumping, kept his head down, just began to wander a little bit, never looked like picking his stick up, and the just pricked his ears going to the last then, giving him a crack down his shoulder. Dean Gallo comes with a perfectly timed run on Proud Son, just not quite good enough. And Amtrak Express, well, there's no doubt that he stayed the trip, ran a marvellous race in third. But very well done, a masterful ride from Charlie Swan.